All right, let's get to it. I had to go and figure out where my cars were. So the car I'm using is over here. Hello, hello. I don't know why the mouth isn't moving. That always stresses me out. So as you can see, my car's over here. That always stresses me out. And this is the car I'm going to use to merge on top of a BR8. And this is the car I'm going to use to merge on top. And then after that, I'm going to merge on top of I'm going to merge back on top of the same car with blank plates. And then I'm going to sell it at the LS car meet. Alright, so settings. Number one setting is you want to get to the arena war. You want to be where I am on the map. And you want to get near a ticket booth. Setting number two, you go to online, you go to options. Under options, join next mode from spectator box. Don't join if you have an option to change that. Allow spectators, it needs to be off and matchmaking is closed. Go to settings. Under controls in settings, targeting mode is assisted aim partial. Make sure that it is. If it's not, go to online. Quit to main menu and then change the setting there. Still under settings, display needs to be fidelity or performance RT. I have mine on performance RT. Now the other options you need are in your blue interaction menu. Go to preferences, go to maplip options, and then every single one of these categories, series mode, contact missions, jobs, activities, rival gameplay, properties, stores, events. All of them need to be set to custom, and every subcategory needs to be showing. Series mode, all series are custom, every series shows. Contact missions, all contact missions are custom, and all of them showing. Jobs, all jobs are set to custom, and all jobs are show. Activities, all activities are custom, and all the activities are showing. Rival gameplay, all rival businesses are set to custom, and all 9 are showing. Properties, all properties are set to custom, and they all show. Stores, all stores are set to custom, and all 10 show. Events, all events are set to custom, and they all show. And that's it. Your friend must be in the same targeting mode as you, and they must be in the LS car meet. They bring out a car that you're not going to use in the merges, so they can't bring out a custom retro, Comet retro custom that I'm going to use, and then a BR8 for this merge, so they can't have that car out. They need to have a different car. Okay, once you're at the ticket booth, now there's a playlist that explains Anahuac and how to add Anahuac and how to use Anahuac. Also the same playlist, so I'm going to add it to this video. You can see how I'm positioning my fingers to get the glitch working. So if you're really at the beginning of all of this process and you need that like additional help, then go into the description of this video and you will see that specific playlist. So it's going to be in the description of this particular video. Okay. So I'm not going to go further into detail about Anahuac. What you need to know is that once you're at the ticket booth, you have the settings as I mentioned just now. You go into your map, you hover over the job that you see on your screen right here that I'm showing. I do this until I see the start job spawn on the bottom, on the bottom where all the other options are. At this point, I join Anahuac 1P5. I don't start the job, I join Anahuac 1P5. I'm gonna get a yellow alert after I join, which I'm gonna press X on. The second yellow alert, I'm gonna press X, slide over to square. As I slide over to square, I let go of X, but hold on to square. And then I'm gonna get a, are you sure you want to start this job alert, which I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3 in my head. So slower than that, 1, 2, 3. Then I'm gonna press X, and then I'm gonna press X again. At which point I'm gonna run over to the ticket booth, and I'm gonna press right on the D-pad, and to allow to spectate for $10 or whatever it costs. Then I'm gonna press X to accept that. Then I'm gonna get stuck at a window. So I'll see you back when I'm stuck at the window. So join Anahuac X square, didn't work that time. The session you're trying to join is currently full. Return to GTA Online. That is very normal. The fact that the map doesn't leave is normal. You don't always get it on the first try. So hover the job, join Anahuac 1P5. One trick that I have is you keep your nails very short and make sure that you wipe down the buttons so that they're not slippery at all. X square, still didn't work. Job you're trying to join is full. Hover over the job, join Anahuac 1P5. Sometimes if the buttons are too slippery, you might actually be going too fast. X square, no, didn't work. Try it again. Hover over the job. Join Anahuac 1P5. Trouble joining the network, please try again. These are all perfectly normal errors.
Yeah, Jimmy, is that you?
I'm just checking that I'm still necessary and partial.
All
And I
good
try it
here,
again.
buddy. How about yourself? Cool. So how about a rematch soon? You were on fire the other day.
Hover over the job, X square, still didn't work. Hover over the job, join Anahuac 1P5. Network issue, didn't work, that's normal. And also just want to mention, like when I was looking for the cards that I was going to merge and the order in which I was merging, I noted it down so that I know where they are. The reason I noted it down is because sometimes it does take a while to glitch out, and then you forget what you were thinking about before. Still didn't work. Let's try it again. Still didn't work. Try again. It's been at it for a while now, so for those who have struggled in the past and this is what's happened to you, just know it's very normal. One, two, three, X. Then you head on over to the window, press right on the D-pad, and then press X to spectate event. Then you join Anahuac 10 P5 from here. Because you're stuck at the window, so you can't move, so you gotta join Anahuac 10 P5. Then you accept the alert. There's nothing else you can do anyway, but you gotta accept the alert. And then from here, your friend invites you into the LS car meet. You won't see the request, but you will hear the sound, so you go into your phone and accept the invite. Oh my goodness, these days seems like I spend a lot of time on the stream, so I'm trying to reduce my time. All right. Once you're in the LS car meet, you got to bring out the car that you want to take the mods from. So the one that has the mods that you want. Now I've noticed some weeks it is harder sometimes to glitch out. I don't know if it's because, you know, I'm on two consoles and I'm usually on one, using one controller or another, or it could just be stress levels, oil levels on the buttons, but I think sometimes they do like DLC upgrades and it's just a little bit trickier. Alright, so this is the car I want the merges from, and I'm going to put on a BR8. So I get into my friend's car in the LS car meet. They go into their blue interaction menu. They go to LS car meet and then they go to sprint and start a sprint. You accept the sprint. Now when there's 2 seconds remaining, you're going to get kicked out of the car. So the way that you're going to get kicked out is your friend's going to go into the blue interaction menu. They're going to go to manage vehicles and going to return vehicle to storage when there's exactly 2 seconds. Now they can get ready to press the button before there's 2 seconds, but they must press the button at 2 seconds. So when there's exactly 2 seconds left, not 3, not 1. So now. This will kick you out of the vehicle and get you stuck in a loading screen, at which point you join Anahuac 10 P5. If you join Anahuac 1 P5, it's going to unglitch you and your map is going to show up again. And you could also be in the wrong assisted aim. So just be sure you're getting the right Anahuac. So it's Anahuac 10 P5 from this point. And then you accept the alert, you register as a CEO, and then you go into your secure serve CEO, go to CEO vehicles, and then request a buzzard. Then you drive over to your buzzard. Now your friend is in the LS car meet. They stay in the LS car meet for like all the way to the end of the merge. So depending on how often you do this or how difficult this is for you, it's going to be a while from here. So once you get to your buzzard, you jump into your buzzard and you fly up in the air. You're going to jump out and you're going to need to be fly enough so that you don't survive the jump. But you don't want to go so high that your helicopter, like, that you end up somewhere really far. So you just jump out, and then once you spawn back in your vehicle, not before. So once you're back in your vehicle, you join Anahuac 10 P5. Don't join Anahuac anytime earlier than that. So you join Anahuac once you've reappeared in your vehicle, like now. And then you accept the alert, and then you go to Secure Serve CEO, go to CEO Abilities this time, request Luxury Helicopter. And you head on over to where your helicopter normally spawns. If, like me, you do this regularly and your spawn location is consistent, head on over there. If you're doing this for the very first time, or you don't have a consistent spawn location, then listen for the helicopter noise and head on over to the helicopter. Drive carefully, don't drive like a psycho because you might end up in some ravine. Now from here you get into the luxury helicopter. You park far enough so you don't constantly get into your own vehicle.
Welcome aboard. I got
and then you press down on L2, so joystick, left joystick, sorry, L3, left joystick for quick travel options. From here, you go to Mace Bank West. That's where my VR8 is located. We're going to do a back-to-back, so I'm going to do another merge from here.
Be good now. I'll be waiting for another call.
There's the boss.
All right, from here you move towards your executive assistant. When she talks to you for the second time, you press right on the D-pad until you see these options here. Executive assistant services, and you select personal vehicle.
How do you choose
and then you remember where the vehicle you want to put the mods onto is located, and you go get it.
They're bringing your personal vehicle around right now.
Now this car doesn't have a secret livery of any sort, so I'm going to select whatever livery I want. But this is a back-to-back merge because I want to put Formula 1 wheels on this car. And I also want to have a blank plate car. Alright, once you're outside of your office, you go to see your vehicles and you request a buzzard. Again, your friend is still in the LS car meet. Just make sure they don't get kicked out for being idle. So I always request a buzzard as soon as I'm outside of the office so that I could look around and see where it is, and in this case it's right over there. So then you head on over. I like to run over to my buzzard, jump in, and again you're gonna fly high enough so that when you jump out without your parachute you're not gonna survive this. But not so high that you know, well, it doesn't really matter as long as you don't survive. And you then the next stage is only once you're back in the vehicle. So fly high enough so that you don't survive the landing. Jump out. Don't open up a parachute. And then only when you're back in your car. So this car will now have the merges that you wanted. Only when you're back in the car do you join Anahuac 10 P5. Yeah, they do keep their car. It's a good question. So if somebody buys a car in the LS car meet, basically both people will own that car after. So at this point, join Anahuac 10 P5. And it doesn't give the other, it gives the other person a little bit of discount at house, but that's about it. Alright, so from here, now once you can move after joining Anahuac 10 P5 and accepting the alert, you have your friend leave the LS car meet. Have them close the game full stop and rejoin you. And have them spawn in the LS car meet. Now you need to go to Los Santos Customs at this point to make sure the mods save. I'm not used to this area because on my other account I had cars. I had an office right in the city, a big baller. So I'm gonna have to find the Los Santos Customs. So for anybody who's got the same office as I do, this is going to be a good tutorial. So my trick is to look for the Vinewood Hill logos on the hill. Trying to find like like a location that I know. The reason that why it's a bit tricky is just simply because I don't have any minimap. So, all right. Vinewood Hills are over there, I think.
Your car's great.
All right. So Vinewood Hills are over there. I think I'm getting Rockford. Yes. Rockford Plaza. I know I'm close. I know I'm close now. So it's right here. And the reason you're going to, if you're doing only one merge, this is how you save your merge. If you're merging onto Formula 1 tires like I am,
Any problems? You bring her back to me.
this is where you change the tire. Oh, I'm gonna use these ones. I don't think I'm gonna use, oh. Oh yeah, these two colors go well together. I didn't expect it to. Alright, so I've saved something here. So since I'm doing a back-to-back merge, I'm just gonna wait for the invite from my friend in the LS car meet or from my other character in my case. Too funny. I actually need to. So my other character needs to join their session. So the merge glitch is still working. For those who are wondering. The gift card to friends glitch is still working. And shortly I will be finished with this merge and I will drop a car at the gift card to friends location, and I'm going to sell the car merged and modded today at the LS car meet. And then I'm gonna do some other things. I'm gonna do my own thing after. I'll be AFK. Alright, so I'm getting an invite to the LS car meet so I can complete this back-to-back merge. And since we are poor now, I am only doing one a day. It's too bad this car has scratched wheels. That's too bad because it looks pretty good. Alright, but that's not what we're here for, so I'm talking about the other character. We are going to finish this merge and then that puts an end to this video. I guess I'll do a gift card to friends glitch and transfer this car over as well. Might as well. Alright, so as you're aware, at this point, most likely, you get into your friend's car, you bring out the car that you want the merges from. Your friend then goes into LS car meet, goes to sprint, invites you to a sprint, you accept the invite, and then when there's 2 seconds remaining, you get kicked out of that car. Now they're gonna go to their manage vehicles, their blue interaction menu, manage vehicles, return personal vehicle to storage when there's exactly 2 seconds remaining. Not 3, not 1, 2. So, not too soon, not too late. 3, now. What happens is you get stuck in that white loading window, so you join Anahuac 10 P5 from this point. Again, if at some point you're doing the glitch, everything is working, and then you end up seeing a mini-map, it's likely that you've joined the wrong Anahuac. There's this guy called Homie956. So the question is, trying to buy modded cars. So Vortex, Valley Homie 956. I'll put it in the chat. They often have like a buy sell. So if you subscribe, they'll have like these lobbies. Subscribe to their YouTube so you know when it's happening. Alright, so from here, once you've joined Anahuac 10P5, you'll get unstuck. You're still in your secure serve CEO, so from here you request a CO vehicle and a buzzard. Try to avoid doing what I just did, which is start to drive before you actually requested the buzzard, because otherwise your buzzard ends up spawning in different location. But I got lucky there. So just remember, your friend needs to move a little bit in the LS car meet, stay in the LS car meet, but not so they don't get kicked out for being idle. So from here you fly up into your buzzard, you're gonna jump out. So the link I put in the chat is there's another YouTuber who does a lot of buy sell lobbies. So those are the kind of lobbies you want to like join, the YouTube channels. In the future, hopefully I'll be able to do them, but right now I'm gonna have to I continue doing videos on how to merge, and then I sell the car. It used to be cars, but I'm gonna sell the car that I merge. Alright, so once you're in your buzzer, you fly high enough, you jump out. Only when you are spawning back in the vehicle do you join Anahuac 10P5. So don't join Anahuac 10P5 until you're in the vehicle. Like now, you join Anahuac 10P5, you accept the alert, you go back to Secure Serve CEO, you go to CEO Abilities, and you request a luxury helicopter. Now, if you have not done this before, you don't know where luxury helicopter is going to spawn, listen, because you'll hear the helicopter noises. But if you're used to it and you know where it spawns normally, just head on over to your location. For me, it's over here. And I'm just gonna get back in my car and wait until it lands so I can see it land. Alright, and I try to park far enough away so that my character doesn't constantly try to get back into the luxury helicopter. But it might in this case, I don't know. Oh no, I got into the luxury helicopter. Again, your friend, make sure that they're not getting kicked out for being idle. From here, you press down on the left joystick, L3, and you go to the Maze Bank West. That's where the car that I'm looking for is. It's in level 4 and it's near the Anis Eurus. Now you're gonna end up at your Maze Bank CEO office.
Boss.
So you head on over to talk to the executive assistant. Once she talks to you the second time, you can usually press right on the D-pad, and at this point you request personal vehicle.
Got a nice fleet, boss.
And then you look for the vehicle that you wanted to put the merges onto. In my case, it's the
So, we going to have a good
Comet
day, boss?
Retro Custom. Oh, I'm hoping it's this one.
No problem. I'll have your personal
Because
vehicle
I
brought
just
back.
used one and I thought it was parked a lot further away. So I'm hoping I picked the right one. Otherwise I'm gonna have to do another merge. Alright, once you're outside of your office, you go to Secure Serve CO and CO vehicles, request a buzzard again. And try to see where the buzzard spawns and then walk towards it. You can drive towards it. I prefer to run towards my buzzard. Yeah, that's the right one. Phew. Alright, once you're in the buzzard, you're going to fly high enough so that when you jump out without a parachute, you're not going to survive. And then only when you land back in, like you respawn back in your vehicle, only then do you join Anahuac 10 P5. So only when you're back in the vehicle. In this case, it's going to be the Retro Custom, the Comet Retro Custom. Perfect. And you accept the alert, and then once you've accepted the alert and you can move around, you ask your friend in the LS car meet to leave the session. Now, I always ask them to close the game. I always have them close the game so that when they join back, they can do another back-to-back merge, and they'll be able to start a sprint without any issues. Alright, now to save this, like we mentioned earlier, we're going to Los Santos Customs and we're going to save something on the vehicle. Like, do not scratch the vehicle if you care about clean cars. You want to avoid you definitely want to avoid changing any wheel color, windshield, changing plates. But in my case, I have blank plates, so I'll leave them blank, of course. And this is LS car meet plates, which is pretty cool. Also, just specifically for this car, this is a Comet Retro Custom. And why that matters to me is that it's a Benny's car, so I cannot have a Benny's car on Benny's wheels. To me, that's considered scratched. Alright, so what I'm looking for is... Actually, I'm going to head over to Benny's to change the livery on this. Because it's a Benny's vehicle. The only place I can change liveries at Benny's. Trying to, from memory, try to remember where Benny's is. Not easy, because it's a different location than I'm used to. Alright, let's see. I know I can find it. Oh, I think I can find my way from here. So there's a couple bridges. There's construction. Yep, and then if there's a big... Oh, it's actually near the base bank. Interesting. I think Benny's is close to here. Oh. Not watching the road. Alright, yep, the graffiti's here. There we go, I'm gonna change the livery on this. Doesn't have a hidden livery, so I can put any I want, and that's gonna save the merges as well.
Lay it on me, what am I doing? Should be cool now.
I like this livery. It was on it earlier, and I just thought it looked good, and particularly with the plate, the LS Carbamide blank plate. Right. Let's build it to the max.
Tight. That's tight. Don't she look pretty?
Ooh, red, perfect. Carbon, secondary and carbon vents. Yep. I just like this color a lot, so I don't want it to be
Dressed
carbon.
up.
Oh, they don't have any black. Any red, I mean. Yeah, I like that.
That's the look.
Interior. Yeah, it looks good with all them buttons
Benny,
because
we'll
they're
post
red.
up your ass.
Yeah, why not?
That's what
Let's
you
have a
asked for.
bunch of white and red. That's what I want. I just really want the mix to have some white and red to go with the plates. See, I kind of like the seats the way they are. Oh, that's better
I
actually.
hope you're happy.
Seems fine, the steering wheel. Red. Of course we want red. Race red. Torino red, perfect. Yep, white. That looks good. I think this is already red. And we're just gonna make sure that the respray is obviously unselected. That's
What you
cool.
was looking for.
And this car looks good with a spoiler too. Of course, suspension all the way down. Turbo tuning, of course. Tire enhancement, bulletproof. Like the tire design, so I don't want to change that. Windows are obviously unselected, and the wheel color is obviously unselected. There we go. now we're talking. Alright, so now we're gonna do a gift card to friends glitch, and
Hey, we should catch up over a round and go.
then we're good. Alright, so for the gift card to friends glitch, I always like to go into the vehicle warehouse when I'm the one whoever's the giver, and then they invite the other person to their CEO, and then they invite them into their vehicle warehouse. And then once they're at the vehicle warehouse, just retire your CEO and then re-register back into your CEO. That just kicks them out, and they can immediately request their MOC from here, Mobile Operations Center. And then as the gifter, you go pick it up. So they'll send you a screenshot of where it spawns, and you go pick it up. So as the gifter, you go pick up the MOC. And you'd go and park it in a safe location where the person will have a good, strong blue circle. So they're gonna go check what's behind, what's in their MOC. There shouldn't be anything because drove the Phantom Wedge into the vehicle warehouse. But just gotta check anyway. I don't want to get nasty surprises. As anticipated, there's nothing there. I'm just gonna grab an NPC vehicle and just put it right in the back. So as the gifter, you go into your pause menu, and then the receiver is going to drive towards the blue circle, to the solid blue circle. And then once they are prompted to press right to enter into the mobile operations center, they press it once, kicks out the gifter, and then they go park the vehicle safely away so it doesn't cause any traffic jam. Gifter invites the receiver into their CEO. Must be out of your CEO in order to receive the invite, FYI. Also, forgot to mention what you need in order to do the gift card and friends glitch. So both people need to have a CEO. Both people need to have a vehicle warehouse from their CEO, which is in their laptop, the second business that they purchase. Both have to have a bunker. Both have to have a mobile operation center inside of their bunker. And in the mobile operation center, you have to go to Warstock Cash and Carry, buy a mobile operation center. Bay 3 needs to have personal vehicle storage, so I'm showing it on the screen right now. I'll just go back. So mobile operation center is the fourth banner on the bottom right. Bay 3 needs to have personal vehicle storage in order for this glitch to work. So both characters need to have that, both people. You both have to have a vehicle in your vehicle warehouse. You can do this glitch. You have to be friends on the PlayStation Network. Those are the requirements. So it cost around $7 million, or I think it was around that. I'm not sure. If you don't have a CEO, it'll be more. Could be around 7 actually for the cheapest CEO building. If you already have a CEO office, it'll be cheaper. So, aim for 10 million and then go from there. All right. So at this point, invited both people to the CEO, and then I bring out a vehicle warehouse vehicle, which I'm going to use. So the gifter gets into the vehicle warehouse special vehicle, and you can find that going manage vehicles in the blue interaction menu, special vehicles, and it has to be one of the vehicles from the import export DLC. I'll quickly go through what vehicles those are, which ones are eligible. So if you go to Warstock Cash and Carry again, you have the import export DLC vehicles, which include 7 out of 8 that are eligible. There's one that's not eligible. So the ramp buggy is eligible. So you can see you need to have at least 2 passengers for it to be eligible. The Phantom Wedge is eligible. Technical Aqua is eligible, part of the import-export, not to be mistaken with this one. The Wastelander is eligible. Armored Boxville is eligible. Rocket Voltic and Runer are eligible. Because this one only has 1 passenger, the Blazer Aqua is not eligible. So the Ramp Buggy, Phantom Wedge, Technical Aqua, Wastelander, Armored Boxville, Rocket Voltic, and Runer 2000 are eligible. Blazer Aqua, not eligible. Alright, so I have the Rocket Voltic, which is eligible. So the person who is gifting opens up their blue interaction menu from here, which is I. And I drive it into the garage door. Only when I hit the garage door does the other person open up their blue interaction menu, and when they tell me, and then I close mine. the person who's receiving leaves the CEO and then goes into service vehicles, mobile operations center, requests the mobile operations center, sends a screenshot of where the mobile operation spawns, and then the person who's receiving the vehicle goes and picks it up. The other person stays still. You avoid gang wars, police chases, or anything of that sort. You don't want to die. So go pick up the mobile operations center. You avoid major issues like police problems or gang wars. Anything that would cause death, you avoid. And as the gifter, you bring it back. You know where your best locations are. Alright, so you park it somewhere where it's a really good spot. Then as the gifter, you hide behind the trailer of the MOC. And then the receiver will go run behind, get in front of the blue circle, press down on the D-pad and select a character, and then press circle to not go into story mode. They do that 3 times before they enter the blue circle, and they select the option enter alone. Press down, select a character, press circle. Press down, select a character, press circle. Press down, select a character, press circle. Go into the blue circle, enter alone. This will cause them to completely have an absolute black screen. If you don't have a black screen, it didn't work, so you have to try it again. Go review all your settings and all that. If you have a complete black screen, the person who is gifting has to go to the spot, which I'm doing right now, and drop off the vehicle. Person in the black screen stays in the black screen until the vehicle's in the spot. Alright, so at this point, I request the vehicle that I want to gift and drop it off in the spot. So it's already spawned there, so the spot is in front of these numbers. And if you look at your map, I'm going to slowly pan into where the spot is. There you go. Alright, and from this point on, the person who's receiving presses down on the D-pad and presses, like with the right joystick, goes up, sideways, or up or sideways, wherever they will find a story mode character, but you can't see it, so you just gotta go with feeling and let go of the buttons, and then press circle when you see the alert, which will allow you to see the vehicle. You're gonna be an out-of-body experience. Head on towards the vehicle, press triangle when you see the vehicle, when you get close to the vehicle, to get into the vehicle. This will make that vehicle go into your MOC, the receiver. Again, you gotta make sure that people have access to your vehicle. I don't know why it's set to passenger, but it is. So if that's the case, the person who receives it needs to exit their MOC and then walk back into it, where their vehicle, and then they should be able to access the driver's seat once the change has occurred from manage vehicle preferences, passenger to everyone, or passenger to friends and crew. Alright, at this point the person who received the vehicle drives the vehicle out of the MOC and then drives it back in so that it saves and stores, and then if you're doing a back-to-back, you can invite back the other person into the MOC. I'm not doing a back-to-back, but I will be driving this back to the Vinewood Club garage. On the next video, I will be I'm going to be dropping off the Phantom Wedge at the pickup spot. And I'm going to be selling this vehicle at the LS Car Meet. It's going to be in a close friend lobby, so you need to request an invite. I'll ask to request an invite from one of the characters. Invite a friend, you're going to have to send a friend request to one of the characters, and once they accept, you'll be able to join them through the profile. This is definitely a really cool looking car. I'm going to change characters, get the Phantom Wedge. Ooh, sleepy.
G'day, boss. This is your captain speaking.
Oh, perfect. So it spawns at the LS Car Meet.
G'day.
I don't care if you
Oh, that's not where my vehicle warehouse is. I thought it was. I was completely wrong. I was so close to it.
can't wait to see the next episode.
Oops. Alright, I'll be selling this car soon. Talk to you guys soon.